All right, we just went through what accessories you need to have out for getting ready to do embroidery. Are you ready? I'm going to go ahead and now start putting it all together. So before I get going, I am going to just do this right now, is go ahead and take my screwdriver and remove the sewing foot. So we're going to switch over to our embroidery foot. This foot I actually also use for free motion quilting, so it can be used for not just embroidery, but a few other things. So just go ahead. This is a long screw. There we go. And then with the embroidery arm, just remember that arm does sit above the screw just a little bit. And if you have any trouble getting into where this all needs to go, you can lower the needle down just a little bit to help get things all kind of in here a little easier. But whatever works for you, go ahead and get, I usually just am able to turn that screw with my fingers and then finish it with the screwdriver, just enough so it doesn't loosen up, but not too tight that it over tightens. Okay, the next thing is the accessory box is going to be removed. And while we're in the removing process, we're also going to lower the feed dogs. So we're pushing the feed dogs to the right. They will now stay down and not interfere with our stitching. And then our embroidery unit, there is a back place that this is going to plug in. You'll see the little door on the back part of the machine. And I'm also kind of holding it over here. When I go to pull it off, there's actually a little release that you'll have in your left hand when you're going to remove it. So as you go ahead and put it on, you'll notice your whole machine will turn off and kind of switch over to the embroidery part of the machine. So let's just let it do that first. Remove hoop, okay, attach embroidery presser foot and touch OK. So I'm going to touch OK. This is going to move and kind of reposition itself all where it needs to be. And then it reminds me that it does need the USB stick. So there's nothing really built into the machine. This is what needs to be plugged in. So you want to be able to read Husqvarna Viking, and we're going to plug that into the USB stick holder over here. There's not much to hold on to, so it is fairly just kind of obviously go gentle. There we go. Once it goes in, then touch OK. And you should see USB stick and designs and a folder with font on it. So we know we're all set. The other thing is an embroidery needle. We'll go ahead and put an embroidery needle on. I'm going to embroider on some cotton and 2 layers of stabilizer. So that's just pretty simple there. So that's all been done. We're going to thread the machine with an embroidery thread. Now, that's usually something shiny. So there's lots of good brands out there. There's also a lot of brands that are not good. I do have to say the more you pay for thread, the better it is. If it feels like you're getting a great deal for thread, yeah, and it doesn't work so well, yeah, you might not want to use it. So if your thread is breaking and things aren't going well, change the thread. Good quality thread is key to enjoying embroidery. But thread makes a difference. Down in my bobbin, I have bobbin thread. It's about half the thickness as of an embroidery thread. And with that, it's going to last a lot longer. It's usually white. We don't have to have like matching colors as we go. But there is bobbin thread down below. I like the bottom line is my favorite. We saw it like with big cones, and then we saw like bigger cones. So I've just gone ahead and threaded up like normal. When we're ready to we're going to get into how we select designs, but the next video I want to do is show you how to properly hoop your fabric and stabilizer. Now there are some videos that we have specifically made for embroidery threads, embroidery needles, and embroidery stabilizers. I would recommend that you watch those. They're coming up next in the playlist here, and really kind of familiarize yourself with good quality stabilizers and using the right amount. So you ready to get to embroidering? We're almost there.